Hello and welcome to this episode of
The Guinness Guys.
This week we are doing the Belgian Brunette. Now this is Guinness, which is 4.2%.
I will be using Stella Artois, which is 5%.
This is another one that's from the list. I don't know how good it's going to be. This can was the last and lonely battered can in the local shop, so we picked it up. Also, rather interestingly, this week we have a black and tan spoon. Now you might be able to see there's a little kink in the spoon. And it's an upturned spoon. You can't really use this for anything else, but the idea is that you put it on the edge of your Guinness, your glass like that, and then you run the Guinness off the spoon like that.
To save mixing the two.
Yeah. And I've never done this before, so this is a first, so let's see how this goes. The idea is you're going to pour easy, let it trickle off the spoon so it doesn't mix. It looks to be working quite well so far. Working very well actually.
Yeah.
Very minimal mixing. I've been trying to get in contact as well with Bass Beer because they invented a black and tan spoon called the Brolly. And they brought it out in like 2008, and I haven't been able to track it down. So I actually ended up contacting Bass directly to try to get it. So hopefully I'll get one of those too. But for now we have this traditional black and tan spoon, as it were. It's working quite well.
The head's kind of huge, but you come to expect that from such a fizzy lager.
Yeah, fizzy lagers do tend to kick up a lot of head. That's gone well. I'll pass that over to Eamon there and see how he goes. Looking okay. There's still some mixing going on, but seems to be pretty unavoidable. I don't really have much other information for you. This is just called the Belgian Brunette, and it's on the list. I think it's one of the better names, because all the rest of them are, you know, black and tan, blacksmith, black and blue, black and brown, stuff like that. But I think the Belgian Brunette is quite a good name. The head looks really nice on that, actually. Looks good.
It went a bit too quick on my one there.
Oh well, we'll let it settle out. Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes to taste the Belgian Brunette. So we're back here on the Guinness Guys.
This is the Belgian Brunette. First on to visual, there's obviously a lot of mixing there, like you said. So
Yeah, there's a great deal of mixing.
It is a very kind of ruby pint.
Yeah, it does look like an ale more than anything else. A darker ale, but an ale.
Yeah.
There's no lining happening at all. I mean, I don't think that's the fault of the spoon.
Yeah.
I just think that with the gravities of the beer, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in some mix, and some others don't, so really a bit hit and miss. Anyway, the visual inspection, it's all just red. The heads are nice.
Yeah. Yours looks kind of yeasty and uneven though.
It's a little dimpled, but it's fine. Yours looks more like a Guinness one. Anyway, okay, on to the smell test. Definitely getting that hop. That Stella hop.
It does smell yeasty as well.
It does smell a little yeasty.
Yeah.
It's a premium lager beer, so it's a lagery hop, the hop that Stella has. It seems slightly different to all other lager hops, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not much other than that smell. I mean, you can smell a lot of the kind of licoricey bitter of the Guinness, but
yeah, just getting a wee hint of that licorice.
That kind of coffee bean smell.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's taste the Belgian Brunette. Ooh. It's got a bit of that Tizer taste we had with the Outback Black on the last episode.
There's a lot of complex flavours now. I'm not sure how to describe that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take another taste of that. There's something going on there.
Yeah.
instantly big, zesty thing, like a citrus, and then you get some bittery Guinness happening. Then you've got a finishy sweetness, licoricey kind of a fruit. It almost gets a kind of a fruit sugar taste.
I don't think so. To me, it kind of tastes like a tin of malt extract, like light malt extract.
There's something citrusy happening there at the start. It must be the interplay of the hop. Just to let you know, I don't like Stella Artois. I mean, I haven't drank it in years, and when I did, I didn't like it. But this is good.
It's a fascinating combination.
Yeah, it's that weird. You never expect there to be a citrus taste from a black and tan. But it is. It's right there at the start. A big citrusy thing, like grapefruit.
Yeah,
Grapefruity taste.
that's the taste there.
Yeah, grapefruit. You get a zesty, then there's a kind of a little bubbly thing in the mouthfeel.
I think it's just very malty. Like there's a lot of the kind of barley and hops taste that I'm getting from this.
Yeah, there's definitely a sweetness. I think the sweetness may be the maltiness you're describing there.
Like it's a very kind of rich barley and hops taste of it.
Yeah, it tastes like a big thick beer, but it's not that thick on the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll score here for the taste, and right out of the traps, I'm giving it a 4, because that's got some really interesting things happening there.
I think I'll give it a 4 as well for the taste. I mean, this has completely surprised me, and it's a very interesting pint to drink. You know, so 4 for the taste from me.
Wow, that's interesting. We'll move on to the combo. So, well, in terms of looks, you can't really score it much for the combo. Well, I suppose you could. It depends what your criteria are. If you're looking for the layering, this isn't going to give it to you. But if you're looking for a pint that looks good, this is it.
Yeah.
This pint is big, red, it's clear all the way through. It's the same colour all the way down. The heads are a little bit of lacing.
Yeah.
I think yours is better than mine, but heads are nothing really to write home about. But it's all about the taste, really, with this one.
Yeah. It doesn't taste as yeasty as it smelled initially.
No, it definitely smelled a little more pungent than it does taste. But just for the way these two flavours play off each other, because we've had ones that have been terrible, right? But it's kind of like with the poor man's black velvet, the way the two flavours come together, that very hoppiness of the lager hoppiness of the Stella, and then the bassier Guinness notes, it comes together to form this. It's nice. It just really is. It's a nice beer. But it works. They mesh together, these flavors.
It gels in an interesting way.
Yeah. Anyway, so you score the combo there.
Well, for the combination, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, this is a really interesting taste, but I don't think this is the cocktail that you should jump into first. I mean, after you've tried a few and you want to expand your palate with a bit of a crazier flavour, this would definitely be the one to go for.
Yeah, this is more of an intermediate black and tan rather than a beginner's. It's a good point, actually. Yeah, but some of the other ones just work right away, and you get it, and it's anybody could access this flavour, you know. But this is a little more complicated. This is a beer drinker's black and tan, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe an ale drinker's black and tan.
Yeah.
The kind of the connoisseur type guys who like those weird flavors, who like a citrusy sweetness thing happening.
With an added barley and hop taste as well.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Anyway, for the combo, because they play so well together, I think that's going to be another. No, I'm not going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it what it deserves.
And now on to the compared. Well, I think compared to the others, this has held up very well. It's a very kind of zesty and fascinating taste, which is what I really like in black and tan. So I think for the compared, I'm just going to give it a 4 out of 5 straight away.
I mean, yeah, that's a good score. I think I may have to go a little higher again on this. I'm kind of caught between a 4 and a 5 here, because some of the others have been better than this. You know, the flavors have gelled better, and the taste has been better, and the look has been better. But this is by no means bad. I think compared to most of the others, it's going to come out very favorably. I mean, you're looking for something that's interesting. You're not drinking a beer cocktail because you know what it tastes like and it's going to be the same every time. It's kind of an event, you know.
Just something really out of left field.
Yeah, the whole idea of drinking a beer cocktail is not that you want to, because you could easily just sit around and drink the same beer your entire life, and a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you want something like this, you want something that is very different. And this is certainly different.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to give it a 5 as compared to the others, because even though some may be better in quality, this is definitely more interesting.
It stands out, really.
It does. Among the others, it definitely stands out.
So now we'll add up the scores.
Okay, so this week I have scored it 14 out of 15, which is my highest score so far.
And I have scored it 11 out of 15.
You've scored a couple of them higher than that. But still, that's a very respectable score, I think. It's in the top third of scoring for you, so I think that's a good score. Well, the tasting's getting better as I go down. But it's also getting a little more pungent as I go down.
Yeah.
Probably hoppier, and more of the extreme ends of the flavors are starting to come out.
Yeah. It's definitely getting stronger.
Yeah, the individual flavors are getting stronger as it goes down. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you're just experiencing more of those flavors. Anyway, just a quick note before we wrap up. I have got my hands on some Blue Moon wheat beer, so we will be revisiting the Black and Blue on the next episode.
So we'll see you next time on the next episode of
The Guinness Guy.